The students in this 6th grade science class are learning about airplanes. The teacher uses NASA's website to locate, label, and define the main parts of an airplane.
The worksheet that's coming out has a picture of the airplane on it. Okay? That airplane you're going to see on the internet comes from NASA. It's a curriculum that they show the parts of the airplane. We're going to show the parts of the airplane. When we pick a part, I'm going to give the pointer to one person to go up, and they'll pick a part of the airplane. When you're done, when you pick the part of the airplane, Zaid will double-click it, and we'll find out what it is. I want you to take your colored pencil and color it and put the name on it. Then we'll read and find out what that piece of machinery does. We will go over 6 parts of the airplane. Okay, Ben, go up, pick a part of the airplane for us. Okay, double click it. Now, write it down. What does it say there, Sarah?
The rudder.
The rudder. Put it a color. Make it a color. I don't care what color you make it. Color it in and write the word rudder. What do you notice that it's doing?
It's moving.
Zaid, scroll down. Let's see what it says the rudder does. Whoa, right here. Who can read that for me? Heather, loud and clear.
The rudder moves to control the left and right motion of the airplane. Moving the rudder left moves the nose left. Moving it to the right moves the nose right. This movement is called a yaw. The rudder is often used along with the ailerons to help roll the airplane.
Okay, so show me, how are this rudder going to move the plane? Pick up your airplane. If you're moving the rudder, what is it going to do with that airplane?
Turn it.
This way, right? What did we call that, Tiffany? What did they call that?
A yaw.
The yaw. What we're trying to do is to show the students the parts of the airplane, and we also are using Cessna CD-ROMs that have quizzes on them, and we're showing them how a plane flies in hopes that we can generate interest in flying, because within the next 10 to 15 years a lot of the pilots are going to be required to be retiring because of age limit, and we would like to get students to get an interest in flying. That's why I'm doing it.
The class then reviews the instruments that pilots use to help them fly a plane.
This one. Anyone remember what that instrument does? Let's see. Dustin?
It tells you how far in the air or how close you're getting to the ground.
Okay, what does the blue represent then, Dustin?
The sky.
The sky. And what's that dark area?
The ground.
The ground. And these reddish things.
The horizon.
That's a horizon. And what do those orange things represent?
Wings.
The wings of the airplane. So what do we want to keep those wings? Jake?
Level.
Level and where?
In the sky.
In the sky. Yes, we don't want it down here in the brown. Otherwise, we're heading down to the ground. You better keep them up in the sky, in that blue part. Okay? This one, you'll find out when you run the simulator. That's one you'll really get a chance to see. You know, am I in the sky? Am I coming down? This one.
During a field trip to the airport, the students see a real example of the kind of airplane they had talked about. The teacher asks the students to locate the parts of the airplane they had discussed in the classroom.
Now, listen up, because I'm going to go through some of these and point to them. All right? And we'll see how well you remember. Okay? This one here.
Rudder.
Who can tell me what the rudder does then? Dustin.
Makes you go up and down.
No.
Pitch. Pitch. No. That's
Back and forth. And what is that called?
yaw.
Yaw. Okay? Now, this one here. The elevator.
Up and down.
Up and down. Who can tell me what that's called then? Mary? Pitch is the up and down motion. Can you see those 6 instruments?
Yeah.
Okay, once you've seen it, back out, let 2 more in. Can you see those 6 instruments? See the clock over here? Do you see them, Jake?
Yeah.
Okay, back out, let 2 more in.
Do we have to go in and see?
Yes, I want you to look at them because you get a chance to see them.
A local pilot tells the students about his plane. Then the pilot makes a short flight around the airport while the students watch his flight patterns and maneuvers.
See where this wing here is curved down? That also gives it more lift. Instead of the air as it goes to lift to go over the plane, instead of it coming off the wing, it holds it in. So then the air will continue to go over the top of the wing, which helps do what for the plane? Faster. It helps keep it up in the air, right? What happens when the air quits going over the top of the wing? It can stall and it will fall. So the other adaptation that's on this plane, notice on the front edge of the plane where it's curved down, they added an addition to make the wing where it curves down, which does what? Forces more air over the top, and that also helps keep the plane where? Up in the, is that important? Yeah, especially if you're flying. You don't want to land unless you have to.
The students return to the classroom to learn how to use the flight simulator. The teacher has students who have previously used the flight simulator help him explain the important steps and instruments.
And you go to Create Flight,
Okay, now watch.
and then select Aircraft, and it's on the Cessna Skylane. And then you go to Select Airport, and you select Eppley Airfield, and hit OK. And then you select Weather, and make sure it's just nice weather, and then you hit OK. And then you select the time of day, make sure it's during the day, so it's not dark, and hit OK. And then to get out, you just hit alright, okay, and then you can start flying.
Okay, now, this is the airport at Eppley Airfield. Okay? Now, he will grab this because he's going to put the instruments down just a little bit so he can see the runway better. Okay? Now, this is our clock. Okay? Because he's going to do our flight pattern. This is your speed indicator. This is the attitude indicator. Remember the blue sky and the ground? This is what?
The time.
Altimeter for height. The turn coordinator, your compass, and of course the vertical speed, how fast you're going up. This is the runway at Eppley Airfield. When he gets up in the air and he starts flying around, the water you see down below is what river? Who knows? Who can tell me what river that is? Corey.
Missouri.
The Missouri River. And we'll see the Missouri River right down there. And he is going to do a flight pattern.